What's up? This is Sake and I am back. We're about to do some drift domination. Now, I'm going to show you guys how I start camping on these maps because these DLCs are new and I really haven't jumped on Xbox One to play them a lot. But I want to show you guys the process I go through with camping. So I'm going to show you this video. This isn't a live gameplay. For you guys that are following me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll put the links in the description, you know I just got out the hospital. I just had surgery, and yes, I am doing a video. I'm feeling okay right now. You know, the pain medication got me a little loopy. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I camp on this map, and I'll go into what happened with the surgery. So I'm actually using a different setup. Now, what I tend to do on this map, especially when you start on this side, I tend to stay back here. Now, there's a building here. I don't know why I'm stuck. There's a building over here to my left. I've camped that building really well, but I've also hid out back here. Now, the reason I'm hiding back here, I'm just jumping in the game when I was recording this, and I wanted to see how the other team plays, because you always get these turds that like to rush the flags. I like to see the flow of them, and that's why I'm sticking around. I'm betting on someone coming back here, and the guy's right there. Now, this is what sucks. My Xbox is horrible. Look at this. I tried to straight jump and failed, but look, I got the guy. Now, my aim is really bad on Xbox. I don't know why it's so bad on Xbox One, but I'm on a sensitivity 2. Now, how does that affect me? I can't turn on people. When you have, like this guy right here, that was actually hard to do because my guy is really stiff. I usually play on like a 7 sensitivity, but for some reason with this Xbox, I'm just having problems. But you notice how they all kept coming back? So what does that tell me? They're going to keep coming back this way. I know that sounds silly, but that's what I try to tell people. Play the game smart. I'm looking at the way my opponents are playing, and I'm playing based off their gameplay. Now that tells me I probably should stick back here. So what I tend to do is I kind of come behind these cars. I look to the right, I can look to the left. Now I don't worry about behind myself so much because they're going to go for C. And when they say they're on C, I'm going to turn around and put them to sleep. Now while you guys are watching that, let me explain what happened real quick, why I had to have a surgery. This happened like 2 days ago. I started to feel a pain in my lower right abdomen. I thought it was gas, like I was going to have bubble guts or anything. See, this is how bad my aim is. So I'm thinking I'm going to have diarrhea or bubble guts. So I went to bed a few hours later. I was like, you know what? Maybe it'll work itself out. Then I woke up like 5, 6 in the morning and I touched my stomach and I was like, no, the pain is still there. It didn't make sense for me to have a pain on the inside that deep. It's not like I strained a muscle or anything. So I told my wife, I'm going right to the emergency room. And I'm glad I did. I was there for about 5, 6 hours and they did a whole bunch of different tests and everything. And they finally did a CT scan and they confirmed I had appendicitis and I need to get an appendectomy. So they gave me an appendectomy that day, which was basically about 24 hours from the time I'm actually making this video. I'm making this video, it's actually 9 o'clock at night. I don't know if I'm going to release it tonight or wait till the morning. But they did the surgery and everything went fine. And the next day, you know, I mean, well, not the next day, but they did the surgery and I didn't even need pain medication. I was in my room. See, look, that's what I'm saying. See how they let me know he was C? So everything went great. I appreciate all the support you guys give me, for all the people that send prayers, for all my believers out there. Thank you. You know, I'm definitely a believer and I believe God is awesome. For my atheists, for my Muslim, whatever you may be, I appreciate everything, man. I don't discriminate. And whatever you may be, you know, I just appreciate the love. And so, you know, it was pretty cool. I got a lot of phone calls and I got flowers and I actually had a cool roommate. I had a 93-year-old guy. And this guy was awesome. For some reason, he thought I was a police officer. He thanked me for serving our country. I don't know where he got that from, but he's 93, so I let him have his way. So now here, let's get back into this. See, now I see the guy over there, and I'm worried about them coming this way. I don't like camping here on this top part. I actually find it better to be down there on the lower parts because there's too many hills and dips. And like I was saying, my aim on Xbox One is boo-boo. I don't know why it's so boo-boo, but it is. Maybe I should play on Xbox One more. Look at this. See, right there, I should have been able to get the guy. So I'm just going to wait for him. And this is, see, look, where did he go? That guy got out of there real quick. He dipped off real quick. But it's all good. I see I got a teammate there. So he's either going to be cheese or he's going to lead the way. Let's see which one. And look, he's leading the way. Let me go ahead and get to C and get some of this bubble so I can get my score streaks again. If you guys notice, I'm getting... And look, I didn't even get none of that bubble. Don't that suck? If you notice, I'm using that Warbird with AI. People have been mentioning, use the AI. I'm not getting a lot of results with AI. I've used the bombing run, the Warbird, and I've used the drone, and I put it on AI, and I do okay with it. I just think I do better when I control it myself. But I wanted to show you guys that I can play a little bit with the different mix-up. And so I tend to camp this room a little bit here, right here and to my left. Now I'm playing with some complete randoms, so I don't know what they're doing. And a lot of times you'll get in games with randoms and they're flipping the spawn so quick, you gotta adjust. And that's what I tell people. You gotta know the way you're... Look at this guy right here. Get out of here. Lay it down. And so right now I'm just kind of guarding the C flag, and I find this to be very effective. Now it's funny, I got into a game with a guy, and this has been happening a lot on Xbox. I mean, it kind of happens. I think I'm getting kind of known throughout the COD community, so whenever I'm in a game, I always get, is that the real Saken? And so I was in a game with a guy, and he was, you know, really thanking me. It made me feel really good. He said his whole outlook on COD changed, his game got better, and that's the stuff I appreciate. I know I'm not trying to ruin COD and turn everybody into campers. I'm trying to encourage smart play, and for those that may be having trouble struggling, I'm just showing them some strategies, and people appreciate it, and I appreciate their appreciation, if that makes sense. And so right now, I'm just kind of chilling back and holding this, and let's see, we're laid down and drop the bomber run. Now the only thing is, I haven't perfected all this stuff. You know, honestly, I'm noticing on these DLCs, I can go with slightly different setups. I think on Urban, I may go with like a sentry gun. I'm noticing these maps, they play a little different. So the bomber runs and stuff, they're not as effective sometimes. But look at that, so we're down 91 to 73. And I noticed that I'm at the bottom of the list. Although I had a flawless 16-0 gameplay, look at my team, they're all pretty much negative. The second half of the game, I decided I'm going to be a little more aggressive. I don't want to be at the bottom of the list because that's what you guys are going to do. Somebody's going to come in and be like, you're not even helping your team, which makes no sense. I didn't die at all. I did get several captures, and I want to be a little more aggressive. And now I can't wait till this drops on PlayStation, because on PlayStation, I'm going to run with the higher score streaks. You know what I mean? I'm going to have the system hack, the one that disables their exos, things like that. But like I said, on Xbox, I have a hard time with my aim. Like this right here, this would be a great spot if you have good aim. You can sit here and just poke them off when they get on B. The only problem is, they jump up there and I miss them. It's like I'm shooting to the left or right. I'm thinking about maybe getting some control freaks for my Xbox and see if that helps. I don't know why, but it's like I overshoot too much. Like if the sensitivity was high, I can't aim straight. I either go left or right. And see, they're doing a bomb around, so I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not sure if this is going to help me or not. Now, the only thing about like the way I'm playing, and for people saying like, oh, you're not really helping your teammates, they don't know what you're talking about. Like I may have a teammate that got 12 captures, but if he's 9 and 30, guess what? He's giving them all their score streaks. And that's what happens a lot when you're playing solo bolo. You get these teammates, and although they may be so aggressive getting the flags, and they don't care how many times they die, you know, in their mind, they're trying to help you win, but they're also giving the other team score streaks. Like right now, look, I was just punching in case someone walked in there. Now, I know this guy's going to come get me because I shot the guy on B. I normally wouldn't just stay in one spot like this. But right now, I'm just trying to see the flow. Look, we're down right now 92 to 104, and I did want to be more aggressive this half. And look, see, the guy came and got me. I knew that was going to happen. But that's what happens when you got teammates that are basically giving up the booty. That's what they do. They get in a game, and you can have one teammate ruin the whole game for you. You got one turd in here, and he's going 4 and 30. It just breaks the whole rhythm of the game. Because what happens is now they're dropping all these system hacks, they're dropping these bomber runs on you, and it's hard. See, look at me, I'm not even camping as much on this. Now I'm kind of lurking camping, I'm kind of walking slow and I'm moving. But look, I'm really wanted to focus on getting some flags. Look, they have a Goliath right here. And so I'm just waiting for this thing to go by, and then I'm going to capture C. You know why? Because I'm a team player, and I actually do want to win this game. Now I was worried about the other team being in there, but look, I see my teammates going that way. So look, capturing a flag. Yes, I do capture flags. I do play the objective. You know, it's funny because I got into a game, and these guys were ragging really hard on campers. Like, they were cussing my team out, and it was so funny. They were going off calling them, you know, the gay term and all that stuff, you know, stupid campers and all that. And it was so funny. They noticed me in the game, and their whole tone changed. They were like, hey, it's Saken. Hey, I watch all your videos. But it was so funny. They were going off on everybody. And I think the reason they didn't notice me because I wasn't camping. I was running around with an ASM-1, and I was wrecking people. And they caught them off guard, and he's like, wait, we thought you camped. I'm like, I don't camp every gameplay. I do enjoy camping, but sometimes I like to run around. That's how I learn the map. I get an ASM-1, and I run around. What I tend to do is I like to find the best camping spots for you guys. Look at these. Look how many people I got in the game. That's 7 and 20 and 1 and 10. This is why they're getting all these score streaks. They're actually making it hard for us. But look, see, I'm in this building. Look, I know I'm camping, but I'm not trying to hold down one spot. I'm just kind of moving around. I'm going to capture the flags if we have to because I want to win. I definitely want to win the game. So anyway, let's get back to the guys I was telling you about. So they're like, you know, I thought all you do is camp. I was like, okay, next game I'll camp. I think I came out the first half of that game. I went like 32 and 1. They was like, okay, you can camp. Because they were wrecking us, but they ended up actually winning that game because they came back the second half. They came back really hard. But once again, I had teammates going 1 and 30. I mean, that always ruins you in the game. But you know what? It's all about having fun. And so, look, I'm trying to creep over to this A. I figured that we'd do what's called you take mine, I take yours. I know that's kind of silly, but if they go get our flag, I come get their flag. And I play like that sometimes. Now, it's a lot easier when you have a teammate with you because then you got people to help you. Now, see, I got this warbird up there. And look, it's getting a few kills. I look at it. It's laying things down. Lay them down. Lay them down. But I actually prefer to use the drone. I just feel like I get one of this guy shoot my thing, lay it down. Get out of here, turd. Look at this. I done got like relentless badges. And we're doing fine. Look, we're up 144 to 130. And all I'm doing is going back and forth. Now I just want to kind of work my way over here. Go back to C. Look at that. We're taking B. Where they at? They go come across here. And look. Oh, the aim is boo-boo. Look at the guy. That was luck. So anyway, hey you guys, go ahead and drop a like on this video. Tell me what you guys think about the new DLCs. Are you feeling them or not? I personally think they're okay. I don't think they're great. And look, I'm gonna show you guys a lesson. I'm gonna show you a lesson right here. I probably should have put that thing straight. Now, when you're in this room here, like this looks like just a great camping spot, but it's really not, because they can get you from B, they can get you from over there. And like, I'm gonna show you one mistake I made when I came here. I thought it would work. Like, I'm dropping it. Look, they're all going with ballistic jackets now, probably because I done dropped a few bombing runs on them. So I came here and like I'm really close to getting that last score streak. I was trying to go ahead and get that warbird, and I thought I could hide here. Look, I guess I'm not safe. That coffee pot does not hide your head. That is a fail, but look how close the game is. So I'm gonna try to work my way back over here to C. I definitely want to capture the flag because they're close enough if they hold the flags. Look at that. No aim. No aim with this stupid Xbox One. The Xbox One is trolling me. I wonder if controller freaks will really work. Control freaks. But look at this. We're up 158 to 151. I just want to be a team player. Look, I'm gonna jump on here and try to neutralize this so they can't get any points. And look, they hit me with a, look at that, lay it down. Oh, and he got me. But look at this, we got the win. Yes, not only did I show you camping in the first half, I showed you kind of how I approach a map when I want to camp it. And now I got some spots on here I definitely could dominate. I'll definitely go show you how to hold down one area real soon. Now look at this. Look at these guys on my team, 9 and 28. Now, like, that hurts you. I think one guy even dropped out. But anyway, I moved up the ranks. I went at the bottom. And I am back out the hospital. Let's go, Camper Nation, for the win. Haha.